first carry for Lamar Miller. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Here's Watson now on second down. Escaping the pressure right. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
First down and 10 now for the offensive group. Watson going to give this one to Miller. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now, that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Let's go!
Back to throw, Watson. Flushed out right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there on third down. 47 yards.
Well, they just treated third and long as simply an opportunity to make an even bigger play. Normally, you're just trying to pick up the first down and you know where the sticks are. They took this thing way downfield. Confidence in the receivers to go up and make a play, even with defenders around them.
Fresh set of downs here.
Come on, let's go!
To throw is Watson. His throw's going to be incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Offense still needing 10 yards. Second down. Here's a give to Miller. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. He was trying to clear the way, the big fullback. Instead, he gets a hold.
And you don't see that very often on running plays from those guys because usually they're the lead blocker. Normally, when he gets caught, it's in a passing situation.
After the penalty, it's Miller. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
Here we go! Flex round! Come on, let's go!
Third and long, it's Watson. And unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game was we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And the opening drive of the game yields 3. So, of course, they wanted to find the end zone, but when you go on the road and your first drive results in points, I think you're pretty happy.
You have to be because you've taken it to the home team in this case. And while you may not have shut up the home crowd, you've quieted them down a little bit. Good way to start.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And some room to work. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first.
How many times do we say in this game that speed kills, and it does it in so many different ways? In this case, you got a back who's quick and shifty, can make moves, make people miss, but also gets to and through a hole before it can close down. That's some of the benefits of that speed, not just outrunning people in the secondary. That led to a really nice game.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Now Taylor to throw on second down. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase it.
Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked. Jadeveon Clowney coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. On fourth down, Colton Schmidt to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. So out now comes the offense back onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. On second down, here's Watson. His throw incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. And that takes us from second to third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Marcel Darius. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up fourth down. So on fourth down, here's Matt Darr to kick it away. Back deep is Keith Mumphrey. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And the Bills will take over the football with a first and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
eluding the pressure right. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on third.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Now a handoff as they run left side. And he's got room. And he's able to get it all the way down to the 20. A big play here for Buffalo. 45 yards. And now a first down following that long gain. They'll run it now out of the gun. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. Just 2 yards to go here on second down for the offense. Now Taylor. Out to his left. Left side here, caught by Clay. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Charles Clay, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Bills are in for 6. And this is no good. He missed it. Not a good start here in the kicking department as this remains a 6-3 score. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Now this offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays for one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. They'll run it again with Miller. And shutting him off, now open field. Lamar Miller, the 40, 30, past the 20. Touchdown. Lamar Miller, 76 yards. And his guys get the quick strike touchdown. Well called, well blocked, and then he just made a great play. That was an athlete going a long way.
Yeah, how about the suddenness, too, of just getting there and taking off and going? For the defensive guys, plays like that really hurt.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And the Bills getting set to go. Now a handoff here to his running back. They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it. So those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And they give this time to the tailback. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. A big play here for the Bills. 66 yards. So down inside the 5-yard line. I have to say, really just a poor job defensively there.
You're exactly right. As a former defensive back, that was not played well at all. But give credit to the offense and give credit to the guy running the football. He gets it down all the way inside the 5.
Now McCoy. And he takes it in across the chalk for a Bills touchdown. LaShawn McCoy. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Bills are in for 6. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And he atones for his miss the first time around, as this one is up and good to extend their lead. Here's Hauschka now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Now this offense about ready to take over again. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Quick move by Miller. He's still on his feet. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
They keep it with Miller on first down. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
Well, with the kind of half he's had, I think we can forgive him that run, right? Not every run's going to be a big play, is it?
No, and also the blocking just wasn't there. No room to run.
Yeah, defensively, they got to find a way to build on that because he's eating them alive in the first half.
And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Cedric Thornton in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. Here's Matt Darr now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Fielded at the 20. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And out will come the offense as they take over. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And now here's a carry heading left. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I don't know about you, partner, but I'm rubbing my eyes after that play. Did we just see that runner not get yardage? A big-time play by the defense. It does happen occasionally, even against the best running backs who are having big days.
This complete to the tight end, Clay. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
Schmidt on to punt as he sends it away. And this will be taken at the 13. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. They'll start out on the ground. It's Lamar Miller. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. 10th carry now for Lamar Miller. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That goes down as a loss against his rushing stats, but really should he have to absorb that when he had no chance on that play before they overwhelmed him?
Pretty much on top of him before he could take his first step. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. Here's Matt Darr now, as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Call that 49 yards on the punt. They do get 7 back on the return. The Bills offense now, they get set to head back onto the field. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
They'll send Brown in motion right. Now a handoff looking right. And not too much going there as he'll get it up to the 23-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Partner, you know I love to point out when teams break tendency and do something a little bit different from the norm. But when you run the ball in the first play of the drive, that's not a tendency breaker at all. That's just trying to establish yourself as you move forward.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Play action. It's Taylor. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Taylor into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Darius Butler, and this one will be brought back to the 22. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Again, it's Miller. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. A handoff, running left is Miller. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He loses 4, and it brings up 4th. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And Bryant's kick is good. Around the NFL, we've got a second quarter score. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Bills offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Looking for Crabtree, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. They'll step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, and partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
It's Miller, and he'll be taken down at the 34. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And some options here for the offense on 2nd and 2. Play action from Miller. Now Watson. Flush to his right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
Meanwhile, a second quarter score from Carolina. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. I have a feeling that one's going to stay tight throughout. We'll continue to monitor. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you now to Orlando to check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports halftime report. Take it away, LR. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. Out come the Bills now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. See if they stay on the ground for second down. Then he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. And that is incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
Here's Colton Schmidt now, as he's on to punt for Buffalo. And we'll see what he can do on the return. Gets around him. Great blocking on the return. It springs him for 25. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Here we go.
To throw on second is Watson. And it's complete to Ladarius Green. And he is down deep into Buffalo territory. And a huge play that time. 54 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels.
Here we go.
They'll try and run for it with Miller. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They were stopped on that play. We've had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to them the rest of the game.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on second down. Watson setting up the screen for Miller. And now Miller hit, and he fumbles.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Miller. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
So the myth has been shattered. Every cornerback in the league is not just a cover corner. Some of them will stick their nose in there and make plays exactly as we just saw there. A big loss suffered by the offense after that nice tackle.
And Bryant's kick is good. And that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So making 4 out of 4 now in the field goal department, and he's able to extend their lead.
When drives have bogged down, he's been automatic out there. So nice to have a kicker you can count on to put points on the board.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. Space to maneuver at the 40. And finally, he he's taken down at the 18. A big play here for Buffalo. 57 yards on the ground. So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Here we go. Grand 38.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
On 2nd down, Taylor. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll be a loss of 1, and all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. Grand 38.
Here's Taylor. On the move to his left. And he fires one, but incomplete.
I like the play call. Roll him out. Give him a chance to run it or throw it. In this situation, he decided to fling it, but couldn't find his man open.
So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost, and that will bring the deficit back down to 3. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
Now after the made field goal, Hauschka back out onto the field to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And now back out comes the offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
On 1st and 10, Watson. He's got it complete to Braxton Miller. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Let's go.
Watson on 1st down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Miller will get it. He has been busy today. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
A first down carry now for Miller. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Back now in Buffalo. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. To throw is Watson. Looking to throw on second down. And they take him down. The Bills get to him. Shaq Lawson in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. Watson throwing on 3rd and long. And this is going to be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Cedric Thornton able to swap him from that defensive tackle spot for a loss of 5. Back onto the field now comes the Bills offense. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him in contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that. Super toe. Oh, partner, that play brought back memories. Watching them string it out, letting the runner get all the way to the sideline area, but not letting him get out of bounds. They formed that picket fence and didn't allow him through.
Not only that, got him for a loss as well here. And one of the reasons they lead in the fourth quarter, plays like that.
Yeah, it took a little more time off the clock, making him do it that way, didn't they?
That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad. The Bills on 3rd down. They've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 4.
Come on, let's go. Ohio.
From the shotgun, it's Taylor. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Let's go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. It finds Crabtree for the completion. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. They got 29 yards there. And the Bills are going to have a first down. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch.
Here we go. Flex round.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's 2nd down.
Come on, flex round.
And to give this time to the tailback. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. The Bills on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Taylor will throw. Dancing to his left. And almost intercepted. Would have been a huge pick in the end zone, but as it stands, that brings up 4th. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
And Hauschka's kick is good. And the Bills have tied the game here in the 4th. Well, you talk about clutch right down the pipe, and this game's all even here in the 4th.
And he didn't leave much doubt there, did he? Good snap, good hold, and that one was dead center. This is taken about 7 yards deep.
And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. And here now the offense heading back out there. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do.
Lamar Miller, he's at the 40, the 20, 10, touchdown. Lamar Miller, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys have taken the lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Come on, let's go. Flex round. Flex round. Ohio. Ohio.
From the gun, it's Taylor. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyvon Branch. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Shaq Lawson in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Let's go.
Watson now to throw on 2nd down. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. And now out come the Bills. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Again, now it's Taylor on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to get away, and down he goes. Taylor is sacked.
The game plan for any defense is finding ways to make a quarterback uncomfortable in the pocket. When you bring pressure from all angles, you never know who's going to get home. In this case, the left cornerback, right in the face of him, puts him down.
Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. 3rd and long. Taylor and company hoping to regroup after the sack. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep down. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play for the Bills on 3rd down. 43 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
A 4th quarter score from the Meadowlands. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A win would be their first of the young season. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right. They give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain. One thing that makes him so tough in these 2-minute drills, you got to take into consideration he's mobile.
And that's a big plus for him, but he also has to be careful with that mobility. Sometimes getting rid of the ball and stopping the clock is more important than running around and maybe taking a sack.
The Bills on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. Here it's 3rd and 3. Hard throw, incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Here we go. It's Taylor on 4th down. He's got a man complete. It's Clay. And now this is going to be close. The defense says they stopped him, and they did. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take off time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
On 2nd down, here's Miller. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 10, right around the 9-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Watson. Steps away to his left. He's got a man complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A big pickup there, and without question, that should be more than enough to wrap this one up. And Watson's going to throw it here. Flushed out right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. National Football League, Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this.